Britney Spears has uploaded a post about her late grandfather June, who had two of his wives institutionalized, following her own mental health worries. Britney Spears has referenced her late grandfather June Spears Sr., who had two of his wives institutionalized following their mental health struggles. The 42-year-old pop star took to Instagram to share a throwback snap of herself playing in a swimming pool with her granddad June and a young child, likely one of her sons. Britney's upload comes after she recently sparked mental health worries among fans after she was popped being escorted out of the Chateau Marmont by medics partly dressed in the early hours of the morning earlier this month. Less than 3 years ago, she was freed from her controversial conservatorship, which began when her father Jamie Spears was placed in control of her life following her infamous mental breakdown in 2008. The toxic hitmaker appeared to be looking back on her memories with Jamie's father, who died in 2012 at the age of 82. "Older man never had one. My grandpa passed away when I was 28. I have always worked for my family because it's all I've ever known." She began alongside the dated pics. "The past 2 men I dated sent me a list of things their children wanted and they wanted me to buy them. I wonder what it would have been like to feel like parents have their whole lives being taken care of," she continued. Last year, Britney released her explosive memoir The Woman in Me, which included a disturbing remembrance of her late grandfather June. June had his first 2 wives confined to an asylum, including Britney's grandmother Jean, who sadly committed suicide at the grave of a son she lost in infancy. While she was in the psychiatric hospital, Jean was put on lithium, a drug Britney was also prescribed decades later during her own mental health struggles. In the blood, Britney alleged June, a Baton Rouge cop, forced his son Jamie to exercise long past the point of exhaustion, and that he then replicated this pattern with Britney. As a result, Britney was filled with foreboding when she was eventually placed under Jamie's conservatorship after her own mental breakdown in the late noughties. "Thinking back on the way my father was raised by June and the way I was brought up by him, I had known from the jump that it would be an actual nightmare to have him in charge," the 42-year-old wrote in her memoir.